Welcome to Lottery Tips and Strategies. Today we're going to review the Widow's Guide for June 2025. This is a pick 3, pick 4, mega, powerball, lotto strategy guide. So if you're unsubscribed to the channel or following, make sure you're doing so now. So when these videos drop, you get the notification bell alerted so you can review the sheets with us together. So going right into it, as you can see, this is the Widow's Guide. We go right here on the front. You see you have this number right here in the middle. Always start there because they give you these numbers that you can play in Mega Million, Powerball, Lotto, or any other game similar to this right here. They give you 24, 29, 50, 6, 10, and 20. So, Mega and Powerball, you have 5 numbers, and then you have like some type of Mega Ball or Powerball number. So you can take one of these numbers here and just make them the Mega Ball or Powerball and just try to rotate numbers off this right here, or just use it in like a pick 5 or pick 6 in your state. All right, so we going right here. You got 200, 757, 163, 893, 711, 345 right here on the front. Nothing else down here but advertisements and stuff like that. So you definitely want to kind of see right here on the front. The numbers on the front is the more focused numbers that they suggest you play for the month for all the newbies who don't know. All right, so as we get ready to open this Widow's Guide up, you go into this right here where it says the daily numerology right here. So as you can see, you have Monday through Saturday. You don't see a Sunday, but as we always say on this channel, you can rotate these two numbers over here for Sunday. Or if you don't want to, you can always play Sunday with some numbers that may have not have failed during the week. So they give you a 3-digit number and they give you a 4-digit number over here. So if you start with Monday, 209 for the 3-digit and 5672 for the 4-digit number. Tuesday, you have 790 and 7686. Wednesday, you have 109 and the 4-digit number is 1000. And you go to Thursday, you got 309 and 4213. And then Friday, 689, 5303. And then Saturday, 054, 2005 is your 4-digit number. So the reason why I gave this one first, because I think June 1st is on a Sunday this year. So that way you can start off playing these and then you can rotate to some of these numbers over here to keep it going in order. All right, so as we go down, right up in here, as you can see where it says the box hits, focus in on this, right up in here. So as you can see, we go with the box hits right here. You have 144, 804, 904, 783, 678, 589, right, and 219. So going right in here, you can see that 904, 804 is numbers that I would box to get, kind of sequence together just in case one number falls a different way. And you have 783 and then you have 678. So those are some other numbers you can pair together. And these other ones, you got 219 and then you got 589. So these are the box hits. You can try to figure if any of these numbers is good for you there. Then you over here, you got the selections right up in here for the selections. So we have 800, 215, 589, and of course the lucky 777s. And then they give you this sequence right here that you can play numbers from 985 all the way to 976. So again, if you want to play any of those numbers from 985 all the way to 976, you can. I just pretty much stick with the two numbers that's there. Because like I said, if you start playing all these numbers like that, this can go pretty deep. And if you don't hit, that makes it even worse. So definitely take into consideration when you're playing these numbers like that. When they get that little dash, it means like a little sequence. Those numbers you can play in between there. So definitely keep that in mind right there. So this is the selections portion of the tip sheet right here. All right, so as we move over here, where it says the widow's horoscopes predictions, they give you this little dojo box or a little workout box up in here. As you can see, you have 500, and then you have 0100, 4321. So it's like 4321 going backwards, count down. Then you got 2025, you got 1987, the 80s babies, and then you got 3565 and 1443 right up in there. So these are some of the numbers that you can play like in this little workout right here. So as you can see in here, this is just some mention like, am I able to get some of these books? As you can see, this is what they cost and try to order it. So maybe I'll try to see what else that other books and sheets that I don't review on here. So I'll see if I can order these. So shout out to everybody with the super thanks and everything. I'll try to see if I can get these. Sometimes they just take too long to come. So if you can find them, it's easier to pick it up that way. But in my state, it's like certain ones I can or cannot find. So I'll definitely try to look and see if I can find any of these. So, but all right, like moving back to this. So we have the right here. So the horoscopes. So we go over here, start from the left. We got 478 for Aquarius, 217 for Pisces. Go over to this side right here. You have Leo 320, 657 for Virgo, switching it up a little different this month right here. So I go to the left and then I go two on the right. So right here, Aries 954, 589 for Taurus. Then you have 409 for Libra and 990 for Scorpio. That marinate again right there. And then we keep it moving going down. All right, so then we also have Gemini 307, Cancer 217. Then go over here to the right. You have Sagittarius 173, and this Capricorn is 560. So again, this is the horoscope for predictions for the Widow's Guide for June 2025. I'll go back over it one more time, and then we'll go finish those numbers we saw at the bottom right there. All right, so as we move down right here, don't forget these numbers that you see right here. You have 906, 631, and 098. So as you can see, these two numbers right here, definitely 09 in there. One is a 6, one in the 8. I think in the front of the sheet, we saw something like 07970. So those are some you could definitely try to pin those together, play three numbers or something. All right, moving on. All right, what's in the cards? As you can see right here, you have the diamond, heart, spade, and clubs right here. All the spade card players. So right here, this left column, you have 072, 612, 546, 892, 689, triple fours at 444. Then they even go over here, they rotated to the triple threes. Then 410, 209, 481, 324. 407. So looking at this right here, you got 072, 407. You can kind of go with those because they both had a 0 and a 7. Then you also have the 410 up there. Then you got 481. And you definitely want to play the 3s, the 4s, the 5s, the 2s, all that right in there. If these have already fell in your state, of course, it's possibly they can drop again, but I would just wait because what's the odds of them coming that close back to back? It can happen, but of course, do your lottery history on your state's website. All right, now we go right here where it says the doubles are due. So as you can see, this section right here, you have 505, 373, 292, 101, 700, 686, 909, 787, 676, 454, and 262. So you got 262 and 292. Remember those nines and sixes, you have to flip them just in case they drop another way. As you can see, 676, and 686. They giving you the sauce right here. They letting you know already. Start playing those together. Then you got 909 you can throw in there. So definitely look at some of these numbers and see which ones you want to play here in the double deuce. Remember, doubles pay a little more because it's two sets of numbers for all the newbies to the channel who don't know the two numbers in lottery. They pay a little extra for double numbers. All right, so moving down to the last section. Don't forget, this is another number you can possibly play in Mega Millions or Powerball right up in here. You got 731. You can play that. And then this is the 4-digit numbers up in here. So as you can see, you got 8696 is the good one. You can play that with that 6789. What else we see in here? We see 1990, and then that 2091, 4647. So 2567. So just kind of mix and match, pick a number. Of course, only play what you can afford to lose. There's a lot of numbers in here, so definitely be selective there. Then we go to another box pick section right up in here. So these are numbers that they suggest make fall box, not straight. So you can just pretty much play them any way that you want to play them. So you got 703, 003, 678, which we had already seen at the beginning of this booklet. I think that was in one of these sections in here. 590 and 190. So definitely check out these numbers up in here, write them down, give it to the agent, or go online and just, hey, so many per day, do 2 a day and see if you can hit. That's another hack. Just take a couple and say, okay, I'm going to try this Monday, these Tuesday, these Wednesday, even though they did give you a sheet right up in here that tell you Monday through Saturday. But you can also rotate if you're not feeling too confident about these numbers, or if these numbers have dropped already in your state. So this is the Widow's Guide for June 2025. Again, thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you check the links below. Check out the other lottery content and the other videos, review videos on our other channel.